Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a tote bag. This is a simple tote bag which you can use to the shop. You can use it at the shops, or you can put your books in for your students, your extra books or files in it. So if you are a beginner, if you are learning how to sew, you can just do it. Or even if you don't have a sewing machine, I think that you should be able to use a needle to sew it. So yeah, so let's get started. Right guys, so this is what we need for the tote bag. We have two pieces of material here, the same. I've done a patchwork. Actually, I just joined these two materials together because I don't really like plain things. I like colorful things, so I joined these two together. So I have two of these, the same size is 46 centimeters by 54 centimeters. I've got two strips for the handles. I'll put all the measurements down below, and I've got the lining as well. I'm using the green lining, two as well, and then I've got the interfacing. This interfacing just to strengthen the material. Okay, I'm using medium iron-on interfacing. They have different types. They have medium, they have light one, so I'm using a medium one. And you have iron-on fusible interface. You can use wadding. There are different types of interfacing that you can use, but this is what I'm using, the medium interfacing, iron-on interfacing. And also, yeah, so this is what we have. The lining should be the same size as, I'll put all the measurements down below anyway. So what the first thing we need to do actually is to try and strengthen the material by ironing on the interfacing. So what I'm going to do, you know, as you look at this one, this part is really shiny than the other part. It means that you have to put the shiny part on the wrong side of your fabric. So you have the wrong side of your fabric like that. This is my wrong side, so I put the shiny side, which is this side, over onto it, and then you iron it on. Make sure you iron it up nicely and straight. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to iron it on, and then we can continue from there. Right, okay guys, I'm trying to put the interfacing, so I'm ironing it onto the fabric. As you can see, most of them have instructions, so if you buy it, there's always instructions for you to do how to fuse it on onto the material. So that is the wrong side, so turn it. Okay, so that is the right side. So I'll trim the sides. I'll trim the excess interfacing, and then go from there. Right guys, you know, we fused the interfacing onto it, as you can see here, so it's a bit stable now. So what we need to do next, you see I've put the right sides together. Okay, so what you need to do is to sew right around these corners. So you have to sew this side, that side, and that side. And I'm going to do the same thing onto with the lining. So the lining, you put them together as well, right side together, and then you sew the sides as well. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing to the lining as well, and then I'll show you what to do next. Right guys, I have sewed as I told you, this part. I used my overlocker so to be quick. So I sewed this part and that part and that part. Okay, and so what you need to do is to just take them out. Right, make sure the ends, you bring the ends out, okay, nicely at the corners. Okay, so our bag is getting up shape now. Right, so what I did, I forgot to tell you, with the lining, I have to leave a bit of space just at the bottom bit. So I sew this part and that part and that part, but with this part, as you can see, I've left just about 10 inches, depending on how big the bag. My bag is big, so I've left about 10 inches because we're going to use this part to just take out the bag when we finish that. So I'll show you what to do what we use that part for. To just leave about, if it's a very small bag, I can leave about 5 inches, but I've left about 10 inches just to take the bag. So the next thing we need to do, because we sewed both the lining and the main bag, I need to do the handles. Okay, so I'm going to iron on. I've got interfacing, the same interfacing I'm using for the handles. So let me show you what I do with the handles. Right guys, so I'm going to iron it onto my handle. So that is the shiny bit. I'll put it at the wrong side of the fabric, and I'm going to iron it onto my handle. You can see I'm trying to iron it first, the back side. Make sure that it's really stuck onto the fabric. Okay, so how we do this handle is, first of all, I want to fold it into two. Fold it into two and press it. So you just look at what I'm doing. I fold it into two, and I need to press that. Okay, I just want the handle to be strong, so that's why you put interface in there. So you fold this into two. Okay, you've done that. So the next bit is you pick up about half of each half and put it onto the side like that. Okay, onto the middle. This is what we folded it. That's the line there. So fold it onto the line like this, and then press. You do that and you press it. Okay, so I press that. You do the same thing on the other side, so half of it, and then you press it onto the folded line that you did. So you press it as well like that. Okay, right, so as you press it now, so the next bit is you put it together like that. All right, and then you press it. It's easier to sew it when you press it nicely. Okay, so just look at what I'm doing. So I'm just pressing that into place. Press that into place. So it's very easy to sew that, and you really press it nicely. Right guys, so we need to box the bottom bit of the bag. Okay, so what you need to do, this is the end of the bags, as you can see. So you pick up one end and you make sure that you make it a triangle like that. Alright, make sure the seams are opposite each other like this. Okay, and then what you need to do, hold on just a minute. Right, so that's the triangle. So what you need to do, I use 3 inches, so I measure 3 inches like that, just from the tip. Okay, let's run to 3 inches. So that's that bit, and I'll just put a pin there. So this is what I'm going to sew. You can use a ruler to draw a line if you find it difficult to see it. So that's a line here. Okay, you do that for the other side, and I'll do that also for the lining as well. Okay, and then what I need to do afterwards, I'm going to sew that bit, and after sewing I'll show it what I'll show you to you what I need to do next. Right guys, as I showed you, I have sewed that bit here. So what you need to do is to just cut that away, just to prevent bulk. Okay, so we cut this off. Okay, and the other side as well, just cut it off to prevent bulk. Okay, so that it won't be puffy at the end. Okay, so what we need to do now is to try and just open it up and see what we have. So that is done nicely. Okay, so see that the bottom bit is right guys. So we need to place the handles there, so this is why I want to place this side, the handle, and I pin it down. Okay, and I need to place it on the other side, and I pin it down. Do the same thing to the other side. Right guys, so we need to put the lining in. So that is the lining. So this is the right side of the lining, so you put the right side with the right side of the bag. So this is the right side of the bag, so I just put it there like that. Okay, just put the bag into that. Guys, so we need to sew this bit. So look at the seams, that's where you have to put the seams together, and the seam together at the other end. Okay, and then we pin that round, and then what we need to do is to sew that bit all round, and then I'll show you what to do next. Right guys, so I've sewed the top just all round like that. I've sewed all the top. So the next bit is to do the space that I left with the lining. I'm going to pull it through like that. So I'm just pulling it through. Okay, so pull it through like this. Okay, so that's it, and then I'm going to seal this small part. I'm going to seal this, and that goes inside, and then I am going to top stitch this bit. I'm going to sew all around again to make the lining stay in place. Okay, then I'll show you afterwards. Right guys, so I have top stitched the top of it, so it looks nice, and that's our bag, our tote bag done. So if you're a beginner, you should be able to do this. Okay, it's very easy, just follow the instructions and you can be able to do that. So please like this video, and please put on your post notifications so that when I release a new video, you'll be notified of that. Thanks for watching.